Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name is Deanna and today we'll be working on tutorial number 2 for this basic album here. This one's going to be a beach theme. This is actually going to be an album for my daughter. So we left off with the cover. I attached the pages except for this one here. We'll do that one together, but I used more glue than tape, so I wanted to make sure that these all had time to dry, and we'll do this the last thing so it has time to dry before we mess with it. I prepped some items, and I'm going to add some extra items to these pages here, and then maybe add some more later on. We will have to see, but let's go ahead and start. I put a hole in this one for part of our hanger. And that one is in there. I marked it at, looks like 5/8 of an inch. And then it's centered. So this is 10.5 inches high. So I marked it at 5 1/4 and 5/8 in. So we'll do another one on this side. 5/8 in. Like that. And a pencil, 5/8 in, and then 5 1/4, I believe. Get everything lined up here. 5 1/4. So make a little dot there. Bring in the punch. And this is a crocodile, and I'm using the smallest punch. And you can choose a different closure if you want. I'm just lining that up with my circle there. There we go. These are nice. I waited a long time to buy mine. They're rather expensive, but if you can get one on Joann's or Michael's on sale when they run their 40 or 50% off sale, that's when I bought mine. So then it was only like $20-some instead of $40-some. So we are going to be attaching a couple different things here, but I want to do the outside cover first because we got to conceal that stuff on the inside cover. So I have pre-cut some pieces here. Now the paper collection I am using is called The Sound of Summer, and it is by CB, and it's Ciobella, and it's paper number CBPM034, and I did get this online at Joann's, and I think it was $11. You only get 12 sheets, but they're double-sided, so it's just a pretty collection. So I did order 2 of those, and I'm hoping, I'm going to have to stretch it, but I'm hoping to be able to get all the book done with just 2. So I pre-cut this dotted paper, and this is who's this from? This is Basil paper, and let's see what else it says. It's 12 by 12, but it doesn't give a color. Riptide is what the color is. So, and it's embossed Swiss dot. So we're going to put that on the cover here, and that is cut at 9 3/4 wide by 10 3/8 inch high. So let's go ahead and get that glued down. I wanted a little bit of extra color in there, and I thought this would gives it color and texture. So most of it won't be shown, but what is will look nice. Okay. So we won't have a huge edge around there. About a 1/8 of an inch, I think, is what we end up with there. All right, I'm going to put my hand under there and then just kind of slowly push on that like that. And we'll lay it down flat so I can press on it this way. There we go. All right. Whoops, my pen was under there, dented it. So then the piece I chose to put on there is this one here, and I've cut that down. I do want to edge this too here. And I cut down this to 9.5 wide by 10 and 1/8 high. And I'm just going to use some Stormy Sky Distress Oxide. It's a Ranger, Tim Holtz product here. And it's kind of that same blue in there. It's really nice. So just a little bit, just to take away that stark white edge. And the back of that's pretty too. It's a very pretty paper. I can't remember where I've seen someone did an album or something using this paper, and I just thought it was so pretty. So then I ordered it, because I was going to do an album for myself, and then I showed it to my daughter, and she's like, oh, I like that one. I would like that one for my Florida one. So this is going to be her album. And then we're going to get that arranged down there evenly. And we will do more decorating to the top, of course. But right now, get that going. Isn't that pretty? Oh, just beautiful paper. And I hope the colors, they look like they're showing up pretty true to color on the video. I hope they do. So that is that. And I'm just going to use a couple of the Tim Holtz. I don't know where my other one went. I had two of them. I'm going to have to pull another one out. I had them both sitting there. I knocked one off or something. I get so much on my table. But just these little jump ring holders. It's a Tim Holtz product. And I have some other ones that are bigger, but I didn't really need anything that big for this album. So I didn't want to use my great big ones if I didn't have to. This is the only size he carries, but I from another company, I have some bigger ones. So let's go ahead and put that in there. And then we're going to close that up here, like so. And I'm going to put some double-sided tape on there. And then we'll cover that side too. And then I will show you what I've gotten mine to put on it. I'm just going to come in here with this and kind of press that as flat as I can, just so it holds good. There we go. All right. So that's that. And see, it's just a little, just that little jump ring holder there. Oh, I must have it pretty tight. It wants to stay up there. Let me loosen that just a little. I think I tightened it too much, because now it wants to stand straight up. There we go. There we go. Maybe. All right, we'll do this way. We'll loosen it from this way. There we go. There we go. Just pulling up a little bit so that it's not so tight there. Let's see if that works now. All right, that's better. All right. And then for the back side, we're going to do this. I didn't want to put additional paper down here because I want to try to keep this from getting too thick there. So we're going to use this piece here. Let's go ahead and give that a little bit of color here. Oops. And then we're going to do a waterfall on this. So I need to put a little flip thing here. Okay. So this is going to come in here like this, and I'm going to stay away from that gusseted edge there. I don't want to interfere with that. I gotta check my hands if that ink doesn't dry fast enough. Then I get it on me and I spread it all over. So you can see it there. All right, like that. But I have, these are scraps, and I believe these are 12 inches long. Yes, they're 12 inches long, and it was a scrap. It is 2.5 inches wide, and I scored these at 7 1/8 and 7 1/4, just to give me a little 1/8 inch gusset there. I have 2 of them, and it is the exact same. One's going to go on the back because we're going to do another one on the back. And in addition to that, I've cut another piece of this Swiss dot paper, and this one happens to be 3 inches wide by the 11 inches high, and I scored that at 7 3/8 and 7 1/2. Okay, so we'll give us a nice edge there, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this to that. Just a nice band, and we'll put a magnet on there. In fact, let's put a magnet in there right now. Before I forget, let's see here. I want a good size magnet here. Let me see. Oh, there's so many magnets. They're out of control. Right. Oh my goodness sakes. So let's go ahead and put a magnet. Let's see, this has got to be here. That's going to be on the top. Let's put it. Oh, that one just broke, shattered. All right. We got to check to see about where this magnet's got to go. Gonna go in there like that. Right about in here. All right, right about in there. They're so powerful that they're drawing the other one around. It's right about there. Put this on. Put a little extra glue on here. All right. Hit this again just to make sure that's got enough glue on it. It's not all dried up. All right. Oh no. I think I just glued it to the wrong side. Dang it, I did. I just fastened that to the wrong side. It's got to be on this side. Let me see here. Oh, it's going to be a long night. Anyway. All right. Ah! Too late in the day. It's too late in the day. It just is too late in the day. Here we go. Check this here. All right. Go. Ooh. Too tight. Wow, that doesn't want to go. That does not want to go. All right. Okay. So let's bring this back in here. This I'm going to glue. down under here, down here, like so, in the center. So here's the center. I want the center. We've got this figure 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 9, 4. So here's the center. Right in this area, here's the center, I believe. Okay. All right, make sure I have my front cover. Let's go ahead and, yep, bottom part's got to be glued down. Just like that. Okay. All right. So there's the center. It's right about like in there. Okay. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Now we can come in and put on our inside sheet of paper. And I did not measure this. I thought I wrote it down there. This one is 9.5 by 10.25. 9.5 by 10.25. I'm going to put a little bit of extra glue right there. We'll see how much we can get done today. I quit having mistakes, right? And we're only doing this decorating today because these have to be done in order to put the flips and stuff on. So that is why. And again, I want to stay away from my gusset there. So and I didn't see no sense of putting white paper on underneath this and bulking that up where it's got to bend. So that's why I'm just going with the decorative cardstock. Thought that would be the best way to go. All right. Let's see how far we get today. If we don't get very far in an hour, then we'll go ahead and redo or do it the next time. Okay, so I have cut 8 of these Swiss dot, and they are cut at 5 inches high by 6.5 wide, and then scored on the 5-inch wide side at a 1/2 inch. So you get 4.5 by 6.5. Okay. And I'm going to come in here down, and I'm going to make a mark. I think I want it 1.25 inches down. So I'm going to use my ruler here. Anybody who watches my videos know I love this ruler because it's see-through. So 1.25 inches down, inch down. Yeah, let's go 1.25 inches. So I'm going to mark that lightly with my pencil, and then so I can erase it, but I'm going to hold my ruler up against this side. So I want this even. Let me get this out of my way here a second. I want that to look about even. So well, maybe I can use that line right there. Yeah, maybe I'll just use that line right there. Perfect. Okay. You can use tape. I'm going to use glue. And I'm just going to put the glue on my 1/2 edge here. And I cut 8 for the front and 8 for the back inside front waterfall. So let me see, which one did I decide? That one right there, I think. Was it that one? I think so. There we go. All right, same thing. 2. They're the same. That one just had magnet written on it too, just like the top one I've already got in there. So we don't want to. If you can hear that engine noise, my husband is power washing outside, so it's a little noisy. All right. I think I'm going to do 8 slips. Oops, there's out of view here. I've got my camera all the way maxed out for viewing. I might have to raise it a little bit or something. Push this in there a little bit. I've got a lot of stuff on my desk. I'm going to do this again here. There. I'm telling you, I lose my mind today. Going to lose my mind today. There we go. Looks good. Went to a family gathering last night, and my niece Vicky did my nails for me. I don't know if you can see those. Aren't those cool? It's like mermaid tail, they called it. And she's just starting out as a demonstrator for this company, and so I bought different nails. I'll show you a second here. So she did these ones, but it's called Color Street. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. I'm sure a lot of you have, but it's actual like nail polish, and it just adheres to your nails, so you don't have to paint your nails. So I'm sure all of you girls have heard it, but I told her since I've got it on there. And I've had these on for 24 hours, and I've done dishes, and I've been working outside, and it has not chipped or anything yet. So I was pleasant, because usually by regular time, if I have nail polish on my nails, it starts beating off really quick with me because I'm so hard on my nails. But I will leave her information, her email down in the information down below this video, and if you're interested, go ahead and contact her, and I'm sure she can get with you. And as I asked her, I said, do you mail all over the United States? And she said, yep, she does. So I was pretty, I mean, my daughter's been using the product for a while, and I'm like, yeah, you know. So the less I thought, well, you know, it's not costing me anything to try it. She's going to, you know, do it for free for me. You know, she did a couple of the other aunts too, you know, while we were all sitting there. So while we visited, it was nice. So if you're interested, go ahead and give her a shout with an email, and I'm sure she would. I bought this only took a half a pack, and she had used the kind of the off one was from one of the other aunts she had done, and she said, would you like that? That'd be pretty cool. And I said, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. So that's why it's, but I think you can get two, I think you get two, you can do your nails twice with one pack, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know that much about it, so don't say, well, Deanna said, your aunt said. So, like I said, I don't know that much about it, but I was pretty impressed with how long it's holding up on my nails already. So, and I am very hard on my nails. I said, well, you're not supposed to use your nails as screwdrivers. She's like, no, you're supposed to be nice to your nails. I'm like, oh. I said, I will try. I can't promise anything, but I will try. So I think the only thing was that you couldn't do anything for a little while to let them set. But it was already evening, so I didn't have a problem with that by the time we got home and everything cleaned up and went to bed. So I didn't have to worry about that. But yeah, I was out in the garden today and cleaning house and washing windows, and so it actually held up pretty nice. There we go. So that's one set there. And that's going to need, I hope that magnet holds that. All right. Give me another magnet here. Now, put that on there. Maybe another piece of tape. Now, this top one is going to be covered with decorative cardstock later on. So, I'm not worried about that. Okay, so I'm going to put a little extra. What did I do? All right, let's see if I can get that to stick on there like that. Probably won't. Not thinking. Not thinking. I don't know what the deal is with me today. Am I tired? All right. Nope, I need a new piece of tape. Goof that one up. There we go. All right. Just not thinking, girls and guys. Just not thinking. All right, I'm going to put the tape down so you can see it here maybe. I'm going to put my tape down on here, on there like that, and then I'm going to let the magnet grab. Which way is it going to go? That way? Just like that. All right. Then I'm going to press it down here, like so. Slide it off. There we go. Like I said, this will, this is going to get covered there. So I'm hoping that, oh yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Good. So we got that. Now I do have a couple of little things I've decided to add to this. So let's go ahead and flip through here. Wait a minute here. Here we go. Let's do this one. This is the last one here. So let's go ahead and do the things I've got planned for this. So this is just a piece of cardstock, and I cut it was 8.5 by 11. I cut it down to 8 3/8 wide, left the 11-inch length, and on the 11-inch side, so like this, you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 5 3/4 inch, and 5 7/8, and then you'll get a little gusset there. And then this will actually be a flip, so we'll flip it up and then open, okay? And I don't want to add, I want to add a couple things, but I don't want to add too many things because I know my paper is limited. So I just don't want to run out of my paper. I mean, I can use the blue paper that I'm pulling in there, but I don't want to have to use too much of that. All right, so I'm just gonna right at the top edge there, and it's the same width as the top piece there. Okay, and remember our left side is the one that has the 1/4" gusset, so we can do that. So that'll just flip up on there. We might have to add a magnet or something here, but that's all right. Open that up. Let me look, because I know I had other things. Just let me make sure nothing in there. All right. And then on the back side, we had, this is going to be a pocket right here. So I have a piece that is 4 3/4 inch high by 9 3/8 wide, and I scored it 1/2 inch on each end. And we're just going to make a pocket for the bottom of this page here. She doesn't need a whole lot of pockets because she didn't have a lot of things like that, but I know she had a couple little items she might like to stick in a pocket, so we will do that. I'm going to run a bead of glue right along the bottom there, just like that. There we go. And that should be just the perfect width there. Perfect. Here's the pocket. All right. So that's our little pocket. I'm going to let that dry up. And then I took some of the tags from this, and I just cut out some extra white cardstock and added a nice border around there. And then I'm just going to put this one right here. And we're putting this on now so that when we can cover up that hinge with our decorative cardstock when we decorate. And I might go ahead and pop more of these in here and there as we're decorating. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what was going on there. So I'm just eyeballing it. There we go. Just like that. And it'll be a nice little, I might take a tiny magnet or something and magnetize that down. And then I have another, just a single flip here. This was 6 3/4 inch high by 8 1/4 inches wide. And I scored it on the 6 3/4 inch edge at 1/2 inch. That is just going to go in the center part of the book here as a flip. Like I said, we're going to add this last because it's got to have to sit to dry before it gets messed with, because I like to let them sit for a bit and just let everything cure. And I'm just kind of splitting the difference there between the two gussets. There we go. All right, that looks good. Make sure nothing there. And then make sure I don't have anything here. Okay, so that's perfect. All right. So we'll put this in at the very last. Let me set it aside. We're doing on time. Sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and open these once. I know I've got little things here and there. Okay, here's another one of those flips. And I think I'm going to put that right here so it will actually flip this way. It'll flip this way open. Okay, so it's the same. It's 8 3/8 wide by 11 inches high. On the 11-inch side, you're going to score it 1/2 inch, 5 3/4, and 5 7/8. So same exact as before. We're just going to put it, oops, face it a different direction. And even though we're putting it on the right-hand side, the left-hand side right there still has that 1/4 inch gusset. So it allows us that little extra room there. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball center this here, just like that. Just for something different. And then that will open up like that and like that. Perfect. I did put a magnet here and here because when you lift this, this would want to open. I'm not worried about the back side because that faces down. So we'll do a magnet every other one. So the one we're going to attach now, I've got some ribbon cut out. We'll use ribbon to close that. And then the next one we'll have magnet, and then ribbon, then magnet. So let's go ahead and continue with this. Whoops, what do we got there? A little bit of glue must have squeezed out there. Let me make sure I don't have anything in here, and I don't. Okay, so turn it. I have this little tag here, and I've got X up here, so I'm going to put that up in that corner. I just kind of went through randomly and said, but like I said, I will be getting probably some more little flips and stuff, because I know I have more tags and stuff in there, so we will be probably adding more, but just to show you what I had in mind there. And then let's open this and make sure I don't have any more in here. Looks good. This one, we've got one here. This one, when I was doing the ink, I smudged a little bit of that blue down here, so I covered it with some gems because I didn't want to see that smudge. It was on my fingers, and this is oxide, and it doesn't seem to dry. It seems to spread more than the Distress ink does. So I'm going to go right down in this bottom corner here with this one. There we go. Just like that. Perfect. Open this to make sure there's nothing in here that I got to do. Looks good. On the back side. And I didn't pick things for everything yet because I wanted to, and here's my other magnets. Okay, here we go. We've got one here. And I've got an X here, so we'll go ahead and put that right down there. I think I did up 4 of these to start, just to get an idea if it's what I wanted and all that kind of stuff. So, and I want to stay away from that little edge there. I don't want to mess with that gusset. So, just like that. There we go. Just slide it a bit. Okay. All right. There we go. Looks pretty good. All right. Back side. And I'm just checking so later on I don't have things falling out at me. All right. So that is that. All right. Oh, stay shut. Okay, so this is what I've chose for the back side. And again, this measurement is, here we go, is 9.5 wide by 10 1/4 high. And I've got 2 more of these. Again, I'll leave the score marks. Same as the first one, so they're scored at 7 1/4 and 7 3/8. This one is scored at 7 3/8 and 7.5. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a magnet. Get a magnet. Let's try this again here. It's going to be on the top side, because that's where my paper is going to be. Tape. Do it right this time, the first time, right? So we're going to put that there. And then we're going to peel this off. Got a little extra glue here. I always like to add a little extra glue, so if the tape ever fails, it's still kind of glued in that position, so it don't go sliding all around. Still in that area. There we go. Okay. All right. Looks about right. here. Got little glue coming out. Okay. Good. Got this here like that. All right. Okay, and again, I don't remember where I sat that one at. Let's see here. I think. Okay. Little mark for center here. I want to say right around. I want to be away from there. So, in there, I think. Right in there. I just was double checking to make sure I didn't put my decorative cardstock upside down. Because you just never know. When you're having one of those days, that's what happens, right? There we go. Right about in here. Looks about right. To my first score line. So I have my gusset being able to go up there. There we go. Perfect. All right. So this is my second piece of paper, and that's going to go on here like that. Let's go ahead and just paint the edges on this. Yeah. It's like a light inking on there. All right. And I think once I get this on, then we'll go ahead and put the other, attach the page. I don't know where I'm at here, and I don't want to, 42 minutes. Okay, so I don't want to go out too far. So I'm at 42 minutes right now. So I'd rather come back in and do more video than to keep you too long. There we go. So we'll do the waterfall for this the next time. And then start decorating some of the pages. But let's go ahead and get this attached here. So I'm going to actually come in with some 1/8 of an inch wide tape. And I'm going to put it like centered in my 1/2 inch area there. You can see my pencil line. And the reason I'm doing this is because I like to use glue. But I want it to kind of hold into place until my glue dries. So I'm going to put just this little bit of tape on here to help hold it while it dries. And then I will feel more confident that, there we go. There. All right, so I'm going to pull my tape. Well, let me grab it and just do a test fit real quick. They should all be good. And make sure I'm in the right direction. Now with this, you want to make sure that your left top is facing up. Because if you flip it, then your gusset is going to be, your right is going to be on the top. So you always want your left top be the first part of the page. Left top, left top, left top. Okay? Otherwise, when you go to decorating stuff, it's going to be confusing to you because I'll be saying one number and you'll have a different number. So, come on. Let's get on there. There we go. All right. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and peel all my tape. There we go. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to lay a bead of glue along my mark that I have. So the edge closest to my 1/2 inch. And then the top edge where there's no tape. And then squiggle it on the tape too. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come over here. I'm just gently holding. And I'm going to run a bead of glue along the top edge where there's no tape, along the bottom edge, just above my 1/2 inch mark, and then squiggle it in. Okay, there we go. Lots of glue. All right. Now this glue, even though there's tape, this glue should help this slide right on there. I'm going to stand it straight up and down. And I'm going to get this going on there, just like, don't give me a hard time now. I'm going to say I got my other ones. I'm going to come back in here and I want to bring this up to the 1/2 inch mark that I've got marked there. Perfect. And I'm going to press that down, just like that. And then I'm going to open it up all the way. And I'm going to give that a good press. Okay, close this, and then we're going to open this all the way. And then we're going to press here. There we go, just like that. And this lined up nicely, perfect on that line. Okay. So that is it for today. We're at about 47 minutes right now. So I'm just going to leave this set just like this on my desk, and I'm not going to fuss with it until tomorrow morning. And we'll do another continuation video. Again, this is tutorial number 2. And if you are a subscriber, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you're not, please consider doing so at this time. When you just hit that red button that says subscribe right down in the right hand corner there. And then once you do, a bell will pop up. If you hit that bell, you'll be notified each time I put up a new video. You'll be the first to know. So as always, until the next time, I hope you have a great night. Bye-bye.